Sports, everybody. I'm James Cebulski. Well, it is win or go home at one end of the ice tonight. Game number 6. Here we go.
As we've started throughout the entire playoff run, Ryan O'Reilly at center. Top line always the starting line. Face-off is won by O'Reilly, and we are underway in Game 6. Puck wrapped around the boards. A fresh Patrick Kane with a shot early. Back to the point, Brendan Dillon. That pass got deflected. It's Matthew Boldy up the ice for the Minnesota Wild in this win or go home Game 6 for Minnesota. Patrick Kane takes the puck away. Nobody to outlet to. Tried to get it to Lafreniere. It's kicked into the pad of Fleury as Joel Eriksson-Ek has nowhere to go. Ryan O'Reilly, the captain, enters the zone. No defenseman back at the point. Now we had Sam Girard, but taken away by Joel Eriksson-Ek. Kirill Kaprizov with a shot and a save by Spencer Knight. Weird hit animation there for Brendan Dillon. A one-timer saved by Knight. Played to the corner. Alexei Lafreniere will pick it up. Sent to Sam Girard. We got Brendan Dillon up on the rush, which is not exactly ideal, but this has worked a few times! And it works again! Brendan Dillon. 1-0 Quebec early. Let's go. The defenseman.
In a hurry, and it needs to be from that low zone slot area. James just beats the goaltender because it gets off his stick so fast.
And not only that, the defensive defenseman. Brendan Dillon. Some goals on the rush in these playoffs and a slew of hits to go along with them. Middlestad and Johansson with the Nordiques up 1. Foligno dumps it in. We have a penalty upcoming. Well, we take a lead and immediately give the Minnesota Wild a chance to negate it. As Romanov to the box for 2. In what world is that boarding? He didn't even hit the boards. Face-off won by Minnesota. Johansson with a shot that goes off the stick of Lindstrom. That is a pass that made it down low. That's a bad turnover. Given away again. Foligno back to the point. Turnover. Casey Middlestat will send it down. Played by Fleury. Waited on by Kessel. Long pass to a back-skating Johansson. Now Hartman. Good play by Phil Kessel as Sam Girard tried to send it down. Kessel tried to send it the rest of the way. It's knocked out of the air by Steele. Poked away. Hartman. Foligno skating in. Great save, Spencer Knight. Turning. Girard down to Kessel and out. Faber. Now Johansson. Over to Hartman. The goal scorer, Brendan Dillon. And Hartman scores. Wow, what a shot. I thought Brendan Dillon was positioned pretty well here. I think we kind of screened Knight a little bit, and this just found its way through. Addison crept over. Knight just a little late with the gloves, so, I mean, he reacted, so maybe he saw it. Hard to say. Ryan Hartman's 17th playoff point. Just like that, Game 1 is tied. A power play goal for Minnesota, which has been on fire all series. Philip Gaudreau poked away. Kalen Addison, Dewar, long kick save there for Spencer Knight. Back to the point, John Merrill. Dewar centers Gaudreau, long shot, saved by Knight. It's probably not a risk we want to take again. As Tyler Toffoli breaks through the defense. He's got Owen Tippett with him. Going to try and find him. Shot was blocked in front by Goligoski. John Merrill. A mistake on defense. Odd angle shot for the defenseman Merrill. And we have a stoppage in play. Taves and Rossi. 8 shots to 2 in favor of Minnesota. They did have the power play. That got through Max Pacioretty. Knight has to hang on as Rossi was hovering over him. Line change for the Nordiques. Jonathan Taves will match up with Rossi. Face-off won by Taves. Romanov will send it around the boards to TJ Oshie. Played up to Taves. Jonathan Taves on the break. He's got Pacioretty with him. And a save by Fleury. Kalen Addison knocked to the ice. Romanov tried to pass it. Finally finds Max Pacioretty. Gliding score! Pacioretty! 7th goal of the playoffs, and welcome back to Max Pacioretty. Good movement of the puck. Minnesota was ultra aggressive there, just stepping up, stepping up. Pacioretty just a step around. He's all alone in the slot. Able to beat Marc-Andre Fleury with a wrist shot. Pacioretty's 7th goal of the playoffs. Good for 4th on the team. Just spread out scoring all over. Kirill Kaprizov back to Goligoski as the Minnesota Wild are down again. Let's see if we can hang on to this lead. Boldy finds Kaprizov. It's knocked away by Jake Bean. Around the boards, retrieved by Pacioretty. Slipped ahead to Gustav Lindstrom. Not who I wanted to find, and Lindstrom takes an AI penalty. It is not good that it's setting up like this. A lot of penalties early. Well, I say a lot. That's only our 2nd. But that's why we've lost 2 games in this series. Because we took too many penalties. I mean, you hauled out Joel Eriksson Ek in the neutral zone. I mean, what the fuck good does that do you? Nordiques shorthanded again. Minnesota 1 for 1 on the power play. Jake Bean got stuck on the boards. This isn't good. I'm stuck on the net, and just like that, Johansson will tie the game. Stuck on the board, stuck on the net, everything's glue. And the Minnesota Wild tie the game.
You never want to see yourself on that screen in the video room on a goal, James. There's been a defensive error, and then you get caught covering up, and everyone gets caught out of position. As
goal scored off an offensive or a defensive zone face-off win.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. You can
damn it.
feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game.
Top line out there. O'Reilly, Lafreniere, and Kane. Won by O'Reilly. Back to Alexander Romanov. He'll dump it in. Retrieved by O'Reilly. Steps free. Oh, a shot on Fleury. That gave him a little bit of trouble. But he's able to hang on. Yeah, what a Stanley Cup final Kalen Addison has had. O'Reilly, our face-off guy, will win it back to Kalen Addison. A step. Gonna fire. Ryan O'Reilly could not get the puck cleanly. Here is Hartman. Now Johansson, and now Middleton. Checked by Romanov. He stops skating. That's going to allow Romanov to get hit. Up to Lafreniere. He gets checked. Through the legs of Lafreniere to Johansson. Uh-oh. Back to Foligno. Shot and a save night. Kane tried to make a move. Kalen Addison picks up the puck. Sent back. No. To O'Reilly. It's sent to Romanov, who couldn't get the shot away. Stolen again by Kalen Addison. Tried to take the shot. Hit. We got a tired Romanov back on defense. Nice play with the stick to get that one away. It's going to be icing against Ryan O'Reilly. 2-2 tie halfway through the first. Nordiques can win the Stanley Cup tonight. Oh, I was to say, why did we not change lines? We iced the puck. Back to the point. Good poke check by Toffoli. It's not going to get out, though. Shaw down to Kaprizov around the boards, and Matthew Boldy is going to give the Minnesota Wild the lead. 5th of the playoffs for Matthew Boldy. And that's an even strength goal. I mean, just a good cycle down to Boldy, but man, he took forever to fire this puck. You want Knight to make that save. Too porous in the net right now. Middlestad and Eriksson Ek. Won by Middlestad. Gerard Plays to Brendan Dillon. Dillon should have passed it to Toffoli. We're going to find Middlestad instead. He scores. Casey Middlestad ties the game up at 3. I love this line, man. 6th of the playoffs for Casey Middlestad. And the Nordiques, they answer. Nobody can get any separation here. And a primary assist to Brendan Dillon. Not a good day to be a goalie, as it's 3-3 with 8:39 to go in the first. Face-off won by Middlestad. Girard runs into Brendan Dillon, then able to corral the puck again. We're just going to send this around. Tyler Toffoli to retrieve it. Ran into the boards, got stuck. Joel Eriksson, that's taken away. Tyler Toffoli with it now. Settle this down, back to the point. Dillon slips ahead to Toffoli again. Looking in front, it's tipped on its way, and Marc-Andre Fleury will hang on.
More than half the period has expired. We got a tie game.
Taves and Steele. Won by Taves, sent to Girard. Shot gets blocked. Minnesota with it. Brendan Dillon looking for another hit in this series. And what's the penalty? Boarding again, man? It's not boarding. It's an open ice hit. What are these calls? How is it boarding? I don't understand. He got sandwiched in between two players. He never hit the boards. Foligno. Johansson in front. Hartman. Big save. Knight. Girard sends it down. Sent up now to Goligoski. Foligno. Sandwiched again. Bean is hauled down. We're going 4-on-4. Ryan Hartman off the ice for tripping. A little bit more space on the ice now. Middlestad and Gaudreau line up. I like Middlestad's chances to win that one. Kasperi Kapanen back at the point. Cycling to Foley. Oh, that's a good read on that. Spurgeon. He couldn't get it away. And Minnesota does get it up. Matthew Boldy. He's already got one already today. He's been shifty all game. Shot misses wide. Jake Bean off the boards. Tyler Toffoli as the 4-on-4 is about over. Gaudreau all the way back. Boldy now probably just want to be smart and clear this. Maybe not. This is a good chance here for the Minnesota Wild. Gaudreau fights through and gets that. Boldy back at the point. Saved by Knight. Down low, Philip Gaudreau. Saved by Knight. We'll play that to Jake Bean. Jake Bean to center. Oshie gets checked. TJ Oshie around the net. To the point. Jake Bean, why is he still out here? Dead tired. Turnover. Hartman's got it. Gets blasted by Bean. Faber will just get it all the way down. Girard up the boards to a tired Toffoli. Patrick Kane, though, he's fresh enough to speed down the wing, looking for Oshie. It was behind him. We are back to even strength. It's Hartman for Minnesota. Leaves it for Johansson. Looking! Save by Knight. Sam Girard. Oh, jeez. Faber with a nice play. Johansson skates to the middle. Pass up to Oshie from Toffoli. Left for Toffoli. Everyone's just getting blasted. Tyler Toffoli, he's dead tired. He's going to take a shot on net. The defenseman Sam Girard able to get the puck. Do we have any other players? Holy hell. Sean Monahan on the ice now. That's not a great move. Into the middle, but it's still loose. Rossi up to Nick Patan. Played well by Sam Girard. Girard just going to get that in deep. Phil Kessel unable to reach it. Joel Eriksson-Ek now. Final minute of a wild period number 1. Save on the Kaprizov shot. Joel Eriksson-Ek. Was he just tripped? I'm not really sure. I don't think so. 10 seconds to play. Merrill. Kaprizov. Oh no! Nick Patan! Big save by Knight as the horn sounds. Oh man. How did Nick Patan make it through that? Second period about to get underway in a 3-3 tie. O'Reilly and Eriksson-Ek will get us started. It is won by Ryan O'Reilly again. Sam Girard, he gets checked, but he's able to corral the puck. Gonna center to Kane. Oh, what a save by Fleury. On a one-timer from Patrick Kane. Back in the lineup. Good to see he made it through the first period without getting hurt. O'Reilly and Eriksson-Ek again. This time won by the Wild. Kane stepped up down low. Kaprizov gets crushed. Played to Girard. He loses it to Eriksson-Ek. And a streaking Jared Spurgeon. In on Knight. Brendan Dillon to corral that. And Ryan O'Reilly is just open down the wing. O'Reilly going to have to turn. Just going to fire this into the middle. Oh, Girard got the shot on net. Lafreniere, a nice chance off the rebound, but at too much of an angle. And Fleury covers it off. There's the hit on Kaprizov. Got absolutely blasted by Samuel Girard.
Centers are set, face off, ready to resume play.
O'Reilly and Johansson. It'll be won by O'Reilly. Girard just gonna fire, missed the net. Lafreniere picks that up, then skates over it. I heard like a little glitch noise. I don't think there's a penalty. There is not. Gonna drop it back. It went off a skate. Wasn't even intended for Girard. We'll send that around the net. Retrieved by Patrick Kane. Kane down the wing. Lafreniere can't get by. Toffoli fresh off the bench. Probably should have gotten that. That slipped ahead to Brendan Dillon. This is a mess of a play already. Middlestad, he's got one already. Nobody in the middle of the ice. Tried to pass it back to the point. Hartman with a nice play. Taken away by Kalen Addison. We'll just reset this. Hit a skate. Toffoli is down, or that's Tippett down the wing. He's rubbed out. Toffoli around the boards. Romanov back to the point. Kalen Addison looking, firing. Save Fleury. Casey Middlestad turns. Trying to get free. There's nobody that wants anything here for the Nordiques. Gonna take the shot. Saved by Fleury. Owen Tippett with a takeaway. Centered Owen Tippett. He's taken down. The pressure. Too much for the Nordiques. Or too much for the Wild, rather. Wild touch up. I think that's the second time Ryan Hartman's gone to the box, or maybe I'm wrong. He might have scored a goal. Nordiques to their second power play. They're 0 for 1 as Owen Tippett is sent down to the ice. Oshie with Toffoli and Kane. This has somehow worked all playoffs long. Kalen Addison, Toffoli, back to Addison, pass back, Jake Bean, looking, Toffoli scores! 4-3 Quebec. Some good passing, and it's Tyler Toffoli. His 7th. Nordiques back in front again. They convert on the power play. And we take a lead in this ultra-important Game 6. We do not want this series to go 7. Just hope the Nordiques can play clean hockey the rest of the way. Don't let Minnesota have any chance. For 4 goals, we're not even to the halfway point in this game, and we're only up by 1. Romanov will send it in. It's a funny bounce. It's played to the corner. Stick lift, Patrick Kane looking for Ryan O'Reilly. Unable to get it to him, but Kane gets it back. Romanov gliding, blocker save. Romanov gets his own rebound. Bad pass back to the point. Kane fighting. Patrick Kane still with it. Fighting through everything. O'Reilly, that's not a great pass. Somehow it got back to the point. Romanov gets stepped up on. Finally lost it to Matthew Boldy. Lafreniere, nice play. Nordiques stay on side. It's Romanov moving in. Lost it. Oshie to the point, Romanov. Kalen Addison, Pacioretty in the slot. Couldn't get the shot away. Romanov gonna take the shot. Just needed a shot on goal. It's a save by Fleury. Just looking for something obvious, and nothing really opened up. Unfortunately. Taves and Rossi. After all that, I'm sure Minnesota's got fresh skaters out there. Kalen Addison, desperation pass to Romanov. Tried to find Addison. It went to Oshie. Addison going to take the shot. It gives Fleury some trouble. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off once again. Finally nearing the halfway point. Kalen Addison got rocked on that play. That was... I thought that was Rossi had stepped up on him. It was actually... Actually, I don't know who that was. Gerard steps free. Oshie on his off wing. Going to take the shot, as we did get him on his forehand. It was Duheim, actually, that made the hit. Taves feeds to Gerard. Minnesota, I think they were going for a change. Now it's Rossi. He'll just dump that in as Pacioretty was trying to find him. Jonathan Taves might be too slow. No, he gets by. He's got Pacioretty with him, but a nice play by Faber. And how does this turn into a breakaway for Minnesota? Steele ties the game.
Yeah, tie game now, James. I really like the energy that they've showed throughout the game, but now it's about channeling the energy they've just created.
Where did he come from?
Well, this is an unlucky...
I don't know if this is just Minnesota on a bad line change that worked out. I have no idea how Sam Steele was just back there. It didn't make any sense. Never saw him. And it turned into a breakaway we couldn't break up. So this game is tied again. Brendan Dillon with it off the face-off. Just going to dump that in. Around to... around to nobody. Phil Kessel couldn't pick it up. Sam Gerard going to dump it in. Can Kessel get this one? No. Shaw to Gaudreau. Matthew Dewar, steal again. Gaudreau with a shot, and he scores. Oh, my goodness. Minnesota takes a 5-4 lead just like that. Frederick Gaudreau's sixth. And that's a shot that Spencer Knight has to have. He may have been screened, but this shot's from so far away. I don't know. The Quebec Cannons. We went with the old school. The Nordiques. Done before. Well, all of a sudden, Game 6 was looking real good. Now it's not looking so hot. Tie up at center. Owen Tippett's got it. Owen Tippett going to make a move. Lindstrom moved in. I didn't want him to. And Jake Bean with a bad puck pickup. And the Nordiques are offside. Our offense is good enough that even when we're trailing, we're never really out of these games. We only have 15 hits. We must have had the puck a lot. Middleton for Minnesota. Center to Foligno. Foligno back to Spurgeon. Middleton blocked by Toffoli. Good play by Toffoli. I need somebody up the ice. Middlestad will go. AC Middlestad, we're just going to send that in deep. Funky bounce off the boards. Retrieved by Jake Bean. Back to Owen Tippett. Steps around. Tippett will fire. But it's saved by Fleury. Middlestad swoops in and gets that. Over to Jake Bean. He'll take the shot, but it's saved with the glove of Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury looking for yet another Stanley Cup championship. A lot of Nordiques looking for their first. O'Reilly wins it back. Gustav Lindstrom around the point, dropping it back. Jake Bean will fire. That gets blocked. Glove down by Alexis Lafreniere, but a nice play by the Wild to get that out. We did not edit the AHL team. I was rushed by chat, so we don't have a custom team for this, but we do for any future expansion we may do, and the Nordiques are going to be shorthanded here. Oh, my goodness. AI penalties again. Steal. That puck's out of play. Interference on Alexis Lafreniere. Not an ideal time for an AI penalty. Let's see it. I mean, I guess.
Minnesota's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
Well, so much about power play
Damn it.
execution, what we're seeing tonight with their success.
Don't want to put a hot power play on the ice. The AI continues to do it to us. Goligoski, Kaprizov, Romanov got stick lifted. Girard up the boards to Oshie, who will send it down. Kasperi Kapanen might have a shot at getting this puck. We're going to look for Oshie, and he scores! We're tied again! A shorty for Oshie. It's a big goal. So even if they score on this power play now, at the very least, we're no worse off than we were. Just sent that in. Saw the Kapanen could probably get that, and then Oshie was just in perfect positioning. That's great. 20th point for TJ Oshie, playing on the bottom six. Oshie's been big for us, but he does get primary power play time. And the Minnesota power play resumes again. Big hit by Brendan Dillon. No penalty this time. Over to Gustav Lindstrom, who sends it 200 feet. Brendan Dillon, you need to be back here. Let's play some defense. Matthew Boldy, get to the alert in a second. That's poke checked away and only sent to center off of Goligoski by Kapanen. Matthew Boldy enters the zone. Oh, Joel Eriksson Ek. Oh my goodness, what a pass. Spencer Knight plays it. That was a bad decision. We're going to hang on to that one. Is that Yo Gamer or You Gamer? I gotta figure that out. Anyway, welcome. Thanks for following. Picked a good time to get in here. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Nordiques can win it tonight. Kirill Kaprizov. Oh, boy. That was really bad. That is not going to get out. Steele keeps it in. This is all kinds of bad, but a dive block by Sam Girard keeps the puck out. It's Boldy. Eriksson Ek scores. Oh, man. Oh, what a play by Sam Girard, but we weren't able to get the puck back. And Minnesota scores again.
The goaltenders are just so good in this league, James. If they see the shot, they are going to stop it. And so
Minnesota will take a 1-goal lead again.
They do an excellent job of getting bodies in front of the paint.
We have got to stop with the penalties, and it's not even me. Like, I don't know what to even say about it. We're not the ones taking them. It's the AI doing it. Middlestat wins yet another face-off. Girard will find Toffoli. It'll be dumped in. Owen Tippett able to get that. Casey Middlestat moving it. He scores again. Casey Middlestat. This game is nuts. What a fitting way. If we can hang on, if we can get this one done. This game's just absolutely insane. Casey Middlestat, second of the game. Beats Fleury, blocker side. Not even to the third period yet, and this game is 6-6. 20th point of the playoffs for Toffoli. Middlestad and Eriksson Ek. It's back-to-back faceoff losses for Middlestad. You don't often see that. Kirill Kaprizov down the wing. Back to Eriksson Ek. Oh, Girard is hauled down. That was really dangerous. It found the stick of Girard, and the Nordiques are back to the power play. Joel Eriksson Ek to the box, I believe, for the first time tonight. Essentially be on the power play till we score, or damn near the period ends, with 2:15 remaining in period number 2. Middleton finding Gaudreau. That was maybe a bit too optimistic, and I made the wrong read there. Rossi able to get that. Knocked down at center by Kane. Kane handles now. Gonna center. Oshie gliding. Oh, it got blocked, and I thought we had another penalty. No. I didn't really go crazy for that, but that was one hell of a save by Fleury. He was down, still able to find the puck. Face-off won by Oshie. Addison gonna fire. Oh, man. Jake Bean. Goalie was screened. Cluster of players at the blue line. That should be a turnover for Quebec here. Tyler Toffoli up the ice. Gonna drop it. No, for Oshie. It stayed out, and Tyler Toffoli's got 2 in the game, and the Nordiques take the lead again. Second of the game for Toffoli. Every single... Wait, has Owen Tippett scored in this game? That actually might not be true. I was going to say, everybody on this line scored. Middlestad, I think, has 2, and now Tippett has 2. I've been saying for weeks that I love this line. Tyler Toffoli, second in points on this team. Top line back out there for the Nordiques with 1:30 remaining in period number 2. Around the boards, Kane. Oh, God, it locked onto Lafreniere. That was almost really bad. Alexander Romanov up the ice. Get that in around. Out of the reach of O'Reilly. Played now by Kalen Addison. Back to the point. Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly's going to skate in. He got basically checked by his own teammate. And AI controlled Alexei Lafreniere. Over to Brendan Dillon. 5 seconds to play in the period. We'll just send this down. Lafreniere with a little backhander there at the horn. But the Nordiques are going to take a 1-goal lead in to the third period. 1 period away from the Stanley Cup. From a Stanley Cup in just their first year as an expansion franchise. Kirill Kaprizov is going to be checked by Sam Girard. Girard going to play to Patrick Kane. He's in a box. Gets stick lifted. Joel Eriksson Ek, bad pass. As he had Brendan Dillon all over him. Spurgeon, far side Eriksson Ek. O'Reilly going to cover the middle. Kaprizov with a long shot, but a save by Knight. It's picked up by Lafreniere. Brendan Dillon up to the captain, Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly allowed to skate in. Given space. O'Reilly moving in. Oh, man, there was a shooting lane there. O'Reilly finds Brendan Dillon. Now Ryan O'Reilly again. Oh, that's tipped in front by Lafreniere, and it's in the net. Nordiques are going to lead by 2. Lafreniere's 13th of the playoffs. You'd really think Alexei Lafreniere would be the leading point getter on this team. He is not by a good margin, but a nice tip in front beats Fleury. And that has you feeling really good, but actually, he's not that far behind Kalen Addison. I think it's just that Kalen Addison has been that nuts. Face-off is won by Middlestad with the Nordiques up 2. That is a attempted dump in that went off the back of Owen Tippett. Middleton up the ice. Johansson able to get free there. Good stick by Romanov. Tried to shove it in there. Long pass up to Casey Middlestad. A good pass from Tyler Toffoli. Middlestad with a shot. Saved by Fleury. Tried to get that to Kalen Addison. To Foley. To Foley on the backhand. Middleton grabs it out of the air. Wilder back up. I have no idea why Romanov bit up on that as I tried to get in there. Actually, that was Romanov! And it's Hartman. It's a 1-goal game again. Are there goalies on the ice? I'm not certain. There's like 4 players across this game with 2 goals.
Well, this is just a perfect screen. The goaltender can't find the puck because this.
I mean, just a hard drive in. We almost got that puck away, and then it found Ryan Hartman. And when the AI just has time to just pick their spots, it's like you can't do anything. Hartman's 9th goal of the playoffs. Lafreniere does lead everybody in playoff goals. Taves can't win it. Merrill crosses to Foligno. Puck picked up by Romanov. Left for Oshie. Now Taves far side. Jonathan Taves tried to drop that back, then got blasted by John Merrill. Merrill finds Johansson. Kalen Addison missed on the hit. Romanov gets it. Long stretch pass up to TJ Oshie. What the hell was all of that? Kalen Addison going to slip ahead to Oshie again. We'll try this again. Left for Pacioretty. He couldn't handle it. Now Dewar. Up to Philip Gaudreau. Oh, that might be interference. Nice play with the stick by Kalen Addison. I don't know who that was for Minnesota. I have no idea how they were able to get that long shot on Knight. Played into the corner for Addison. Now Pacioretty. Pacioretty around the edge of Merrill. Sent in by Oshie. TJ Oshie moving in on the backhand. Gave Fleury some trouble with 13:05 to play. Rare 4th line sighting. Monahan, Kapanen, and Kessel. Gerard has it. Oh my goodness, what a glove save, Marc-Andre Fleury. What an insane game from Fleury.
Teams are lined up and we are ready to take this draw.
I say that as we've scored 8 goals, but it could have been so much worse. He's made some spectacular saves.
And they take possession.
Monahan tried to drop it to Kessel. It's taken by Eriksson Ek, but knocked down by Kasperi. Kapanen looking for Phil! Oh! Save by Kessel. Or save on Kessel by Fleury. Wouldn't it be something if Phil got the game-winning goal? Big hit by Phil. Phil looking again on the backhand. Monahan puts it in, and the Nordiques lead by 2 again. Well, Phil didn't put it in the net, but he'll get the primary assist on that one. Sean Monahan, 7th. The third player of this game that scored his 7th goal of the playoffs here in Game 6. 7th goal of the playoffs. All these guys trying to avoid Game 7. Monahan moves up to 5th on the team in playoff goals. There's a big tie with a whole bunch of players at 7. Monahan can't win the faceoff. Middleton. Kirill Kaprizov trying to deke out Sam Girard. Matthew Boldy back to Spurgeon. It gets blocked by Kasperi Kapanen, who's able to corral that. Pass was intended for Kessel. Missed him. Kessel with a check. Monahan kind of flung it into the middle. Joel Eriksson Ek. Now Kirill Kaprizov. It comes free somehow. Up to Ryan O'Reilly. Can play this safe. Kapanen tried to drop it off to Brendan Dillon, and Kirill Kaprizov was away. Decided to go against the breakaway. He turned around, waited for some help, and now Kane the other way. Bad turnaround animation for Patrick Kane. We turn it over again. Johansson, checked by Bean. Slipped free to O'Reilly. O'Reilly allowed to skate in. We'll dump that in deep to be retrieved by Jake Bean. Looking for O'Reilly. He never came out in front of the net. Hartman. We're halfway through this third. Owen Tippett, it's poked free. Middlestad, I thought I had to try to fight to stay on side. I actually didn't. Goligoski poke checked. It's in deep now. Steal. Gustav Lindstrom is around everybody. Gustav Lindstrom gets stick checked at the last second. I don't know why my defenseman's all the way down there. Lindstrom with it now. Back to the point, Bean. Mittelstadt. Stick lift. Jake Bean just going to send that in deep. 7 minutes to go. Goligoski, far side steal. Left for Philip Gaudreau. Back to the point, Dewar. Goligoski charging in. Kalen Addison able to get free. And play to Tyler Toffoli, who may be around everybody. No. Addison, now Toffoli. Dewar checked him. Faber. Hit at center, or at the blue line rather, by Romanov. Oshie will find Jonathan Taves. Gonna look for Oshie again! And a save by Fleury. We cannot extend the lead to what might be an insurmountable 3. 5.5 left to go. What a gong show of a game. Game 6 has been. Romanov tried to leave it to Addison. It's taken away by Patan. Patan with a shot that couldn't get through 2 Nordiques. Picked up by Kalen Addison. Long pass up to Jonathan Taves. Taves lost it for a second. Now he'll turn. He'll fire. Oh! Chance on the rebound for Pacioretty. How bad this game is. That pass was intended for the man at the post. Patan, the trailer Rossi. Nice play by Kalen Addison. Dumped in with 4 to play. O'Reilly with a stick lift. It's going to allow the Nordiques to retain possession. Gerard has Lafreniere in a box, but he's able to get free. Looking for Kane. Couldn't get it in. O'Reilly. Down low, Patrick Kane. Makes a move. Out in front. Puck gets loose. Matthew Boldy. Oh my God. Brendan Dillon just ended Matthew Boldy's life. Lafreniere's pretty tired. We're just going to get that in deep. 2 minutes to play. Minnesota needs 2 to force game 7. Big hit, Sam Girard. Kaprizov able to get that back. Mittelstadt missed a hit. Eriksson Ek gets tipped in front. One-timer by Kaprizov. It's still loose. Clusters never bode well, but Spencer Knight keeps it out. And the cup is in the building. We see it now, up 2. Prepping it for us, if we can hang on. Brendan Dillon actually lost the league lead at hits to Marcus Foligno, but Dillon just grabbed it back. He's led the entire playoffs. Mittelstadt loses the face-off. It's blocked. Johansson's got it. Tippett can't corral it. Empty net for Minnesota, and there is a penalty. Shot on Knight with a minute to play. Tyler Toffoli with a terribly timed penalty. Minnesota's going to leave that net empty, you would presume, to have a 6-on-4 advantage. Fleury is on the bench. 54 seconds to go. And it's going to be real time since we're... Might as well just try and fire it down since we are... Uh-oh, Hartman! Oh, no, it's still loose! Oh, I tried to play that. 42 seconds left. There's no harm in just firing down there. Gustav Lindstrom going to do just that. It gets blocked off of Monahan. 35 seconds. Spurgeon. Johansson. They need to get this up the ice. I don't know what they're doing. Hartman. Stepped up on by Taves. Now Johansson. Centered to Kirill Kaprizov. Nice deke attempt. Monahan going to try to slap that down. It's just dumped down. But there's 15 seconds to go. Nordiques lead by 2. First year of our expansion franchise. Taves sends it to center. 6. 5, the Quebec Nordiques are going to win the Stanley Cup.
You know, in your first season in the league, you're playing with house money. There's a novelty, there's a newness with the fans and the market. How about this? What a tough act to follow. Stanley Cup champions, Pounder.
Well, 0 to 100, right? Zero expectation to start the season and Stanley Cup champion. I mean, look at all the in-between that goes along with that, James. I mean, it's absolutely incredible what they're able to pull off, and now they're Stanley Cup champions.
Conn Smythe goes to Kalen Addison, our leading point getter as a defenseman. What a playoffs he had, and there it is. The Stanley Cup to the Quebec Nordiques. Captain Ryan O'Reilly will come out to receive it. The confetti falling at Les Colisées. And this is the first franchise that we get to choose who the cup goes to in the celebration as Ryan O'Reilly lifts it. Who shall we give it to next? Let's see what our options are. Brendan Dillon, Alexis Lafreniere. I think we got to see Phil skate with the cup, so let's go Phil Kessel. Not a big contributor in these playoffs, but Phil Kessel did score some important goals for us along the way. He's an alternate captain. See what he does after this season. Another Stanley Cup. I believe that'd be the fourth and back-to-back for Phil Kessel. How about Brendan Dillon? Playoff leader in hits, I do believe, unless Foligno passed him at the very, very end. Brendan Dillon has never lifted a Stanley Cup before. He does now. And a big contributor again on this road. Let's see. Kalen Addison. I mean, the Conn Smythe winner. An expansion draft pick for us. Kalen Addison, I mean, just incredible. I mean, assists, goals, they were all big all along the way. Huge performance for Kalen Addison. All playoffs long, and now we'll get the team photo. Just year one of the new Deeks' existence. They're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Staff member was a key component to the win.